Good night, my YouTuber family. As always, I was going through a lot, but this time not in a reference of like being in a bad state of mind. Because, like I told you before, this platform is my journey and it's also my journal. Um, I'm feeling better today, but I'm still battling it. Things are still happening, mentally. Through all this, I still trust in God. You know, uh, I don't get up on this platform for anyone to pity me or for anyone to look at me like a nutcase, but everybody got their own opinion, how they see you. It is what it is. Um, I see people liking my videos and everything, but press the thumbs up or the thumbs down. Talk to me out there, y'all, because I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person that's going through this. We all are going through this. And it'd be nice to hear from people, and what they're going through. If they're going through anything, it could be the simplest things to the most difficult things. I'm here. Um, I talked to my pastor today. I reached out to her. I'm happy for that. I spent some time with my granddaughter last week. That was that was a lot for me because it feels good to be around her. See, she's grown up, and then it's like, damn, I'm 40 years old and have a grandchild. But I mean, generational curses. I had my child early, my first kid. My mother had hers, and you know, so on and so forth. But that's not going to stop me because just because I get up here and I tell y'all, what it is that I'm going through or been through or whatever, at the end of the day, my journey doesn't stop. I'm not going to stop pushing. Even when I'm feeling the most let down or the most hurt or the most sadness I could feel at that moment, I'm still not giving up, y'all. I'm not. My journey is I've come so far. I'll say that. My journey is a life lesson. My journey is me showing the world what really goes on, behind closed doors when it comes to human beings, and whether you're a mother or your father, or whether you're a grandparent or uncle or aunt, cousin, a friend, it doesn't matter. I'm just revealing the day to day process that us humans go through, to mentally become better, to get great in life as a human being, as great as whatever great is for you. I'm not on no specific timeline for anybody. I come up here because people need to hear. And as I always say, this is my journey, but at the same time, this is also to help someone else out. You know, it's amazing that when you stop speaking to someone, that did you wrong, it's amazing how they always reach out to you and they want a second chance or a fifth chance or a 10th chance, however many chances you ever gave them. It's amazing. I say that to say this, going through what I'm going through in my life. Like I said, when I first started this journey, putting it on YouTube, a lot of people reach out to me, that I cut off. And I cut them off for a reason. Their energy was draining, plus my own shit I was going through and am going through. I can't deal with somebody else's negative energy and then deal with mine. Um, the last video I put up, I see a lot of people gravitated to it quickly, by viewing it. I appreciate that. Um, I will start like talking more in detail, I guess, because it's my first time doing this YouTube thing. So, I don't know how it goes. I only speak how I only can speak how I speak. Um, but yeah, me and my oldest daughter were coming along. She was at my house last week sometime, to come pick up my granddaughter and take her home. And we're coming along. We're like still like, a little at odds with each other. Like not odds, I'm using the wrong word. a little on the fence about each other, and um, I know it will come around. I'm praying on it, so I know it's gonna happen. My I had something else to say, but you know how you talking to people, whether it's on the phone or in person, and you forget what you was gonna say. Like I'm like forgetful at this moment. Please pardon me, y'all. Yeah, but we're coming along. It's difficult because, you know, we first started talking again. I called her, you know, to make amends. Plus, I missed her and my granddaughter. You know, I knew eventually that was gonna come, but you know, it still hurts. I'm not gonna lie. Everything still hurts because sometimes you just want somebody to acknowledge that you are hurting. You know, I'm always the person to say sorry and make amends with people, and you know, I don't know if that's a blessing or a curse. Um, Sometimes I don't know how to leave the past in the past when it comes to people that were once closer to me. I don't know, but I reached out to her, and you know, she didn't call me mom. Every time she reached out to me afterwards, or I reached out to her, it was hey, or hey, hey. And that hurt because it was like, damn, I've raised you all your life, you know, except for when I was 17. You know, 17 till I was 23. That's when I first got married at 23 years old. And I had my oldest daughter and one on the way. So, you know, by the age of 23, I had two kids. Because my second oldest was born that September of 2004. But anywho, um, it just it was so odd. And then finally, I got the hey ma, yeah, I said so and so. It was a conversation we were having, and she was like, yeah, ma, that's what I'm saying. And I never felt so happy to be called ma. I never felt so freaking happy to be called ma. And mind you, I have six daughters and one grandchild. But when she said it that time, and she's been calling me ma all her life, but by that time, it was just so inspiring. It made me feel like this different emotion. Like having a child for the first time and them speaking and then them saying ma as their first word. Like it felt amazing, you know. And she follows my page now. So if you're watching, love you, love my granddaughter, love my son-in-law, love y'all. But anywho, yeah, like I had her young, so I was doing dumb shit when I was young, you know, running the streets, running around, you know, not being mommy to the extent of working and buying her clothes, but not being mommy to the extent of doing what mommy's supposed to do as far as being there, you know. I was so young, I didn't know no better. So I left my mother and my grandmother to be a mother to her. And I was with my first love, and I moved down south about 19 years old. And once I got with him, it was like things were different, you know. At 23, I got pregnant again, and I was like, you know what? I want my daughter. You know, I want my kid. I can't raise one and not have the other one. So then, you know, the same people that took her from me, uh, my mom, she was like, you're ready for your daughter, you know. I had a place. I was a married woman because I got married May 28th, 2004 when I got married. So when that happened, I was just like so freaking excited to be a married woman because I never seen myself as somebody's wife. So when I got married, then I went for custody of my daughter. It was an 8 month struggle with my grandmother because for some reason she wasn't letting her go. You know, she seen the better in me. She seen I was doing good, but she wouldn't let her go. So I had a battle with her for 8 months, and my grandmother could barely stand up straight at this time. You know, it felt good to have my mother on my side when she was the same person that agreed that I wasn't ready for her. So that was a plus. But I got it back and I promised, and she was 5 years old. As soon as I got it back the next day, I took her with me down south. She moved down there with me. And I looked her in her eyes as we was on the Greyhound bus going back down south, and I looked at her and I said, I promise I will never lose you again. And I feel for 24 years, I did my part. I did my part. I did. So I don't know, we were the best of friends. And I know people sit up there and say, oh, you can't be friends with your kids, and that's bullshit. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Because if your child knows you and you have a good understanding and you know your child, they know the limits not to cross. You understand? They know the things not to say. They know the things not to do. So all that is hogwash. At the end of the day, my daughter was like my best friend. She was for years. But, once teenagers become teenagers, they get into boys and, you know, well, not teenagers becoming teenagers, but girl teenagers becoming teenagers. They get into boys and their brains go, I was one of them, so I was trying to be understandable, but, then a lot of things, I guess, just started coming in her head. Um, I'm going to do a YouTube video with her one day. So we can have that final talk. And yes, I'd rather do it on this platform, because maybe it'll help some mothers out there, some fathers, or some, uncles, aunts, grandmothers, with whomever they are raising. I love y'all so much. Please, y'all, like, subscribe, and comment. Definitely comment, definitely like, and definitely subscribe. Sorry for the days that I be waiting to get up here, but like I told y'all, I only could get up here when I got something to say. But peace. Love y'all so much. Later.